the radar alerts go to 4 people in store, including the owner, store manager, myself, and my assistant. But I am primarily in charge of getting back to those customers. Or else, if we didn't have that, this person would contact the customer, and so would I, and it gets quite messy.
Yeah.
So we have one person at a time who constantly gets back to the customers, which is me at the moment.
Nice.
1s, 2s and 3s, we always get in touch with the customer, or try to anyway. So anybody who gives us 1, 2 and 3, we want to delve deeper into why they gave us a 1, 2 or 3. Forward that information on to the relevant manager or department if need be, and hopefully carry out some actions to make sure that that doesn't happen again. 4s are our golds. That's where we get those little bits of feedback that we want to pick up on, because those are the bits of gold. We call them the bits of gold, right? Because and 5s we pretty much still have a look at them, and it's quite nice to get as many 5s as we can. But it's 4s where we get better, and 1s, 2s and 3s is where we have the opportunity to wow from the negative to the positive. A weekly email goes out to the managers letting them know, hey, we're at X percentage for the month, we're tracking really well, we haven't received as many feedback bits last week, here are all the positives that came through. So maybe 10 of the best ones for that week on that email, right? In terms of the negatives that come through, they are emailed directly to the manager instead of sending it out to the group, so that they can follow it up. And the fresh manager is tagged in when it comes to fresh departments, and the store manager is tagged in for the dry departments, so that they are aware that this is happening in their departments as well. In terms of staff, we have just recently got a TV put into our staff room as well, which is going to be a Vibe, which is going to be rotating through a whole lot of content, and customer radar is also going to be one of them. Very often we also get names mentioned in the compliments as well, which is where we definitely let that person know, give them a reward to thank them, and also put it out there on our staff Facebook page so that everybody can know that this person has been recognised for what they did. In general, in team meetings, customer radar comments also get brought up. Checkout meetings, bakery meetings, all that. Most of the time focusing on the positives, and the negatives are more of a, this is what we need to work on to get that extra bit better. The one that recently I think is Meal Solutions Fridge. A lot of customers are asking for convenience, a lot of customers are asking for specials at the front of the door and stuff, so that's what we've done, Meal Solutions / specials. We have also done a 1-day sale point of sale, so that's the posters. I think someone once mentioned there was not the correct information mentioned on there, but from there on we have. Very recently we've also gotten a bit of criticism about packing at checkouts, so we see a whole lot of retraining happening downstairs for that at the moment. And then there's other little bits like the judder bar in the car park. There's every now and then there's a feedback about the crossing not being safe at the other side of the road, which is why we've got a crossing put in. Trolleys, there only used to be one bar that holds the trolleys in their trolley bay, but they still used to sort of, fly out and go onto the road. Well, we've got a second bar put in because customers said, hey, this isn't working. Plenty of things. There's some specific pricing has come up in the past, similar to packing right now, where it's sort of an issue for us because we've transitioned from plastic to no plastic. It's operators are also getting used to it, so we just keep doing retraining. Same thing with pricing. If a customer brings up, hey, something's not scanning right, we're onto it straight away and getting it fixed straight away, and sending a wider message out to the team to make sure it doesn't happen again, or minimal anyway. So I think I would focus on 2 things anyway. One of them is where we are standing in the whole group. We like to be at the very front, so I'm constantly keeping an eye on it. And the second thing would be the pending and action needed criteria, because obviously that's where the 1s, 2s and 3s we're still trying to sort out, we're still trying to contact the customer, so those bits are always flagged, as in those are the bits I always check when I go on.